How's it going, everyone? So this is going to be a follow-up video in regards to the whole situation with Activision Blizzard, and I'm going to warn you guys right now, like I said in my previous video when it came to the whole issue with trigger warnings and disclaimers and stuff like that, the same still apply right here, as this is naturally a very disturbing and infuriating topic. So without further ado, let's get started with this. Now, I actually want to touch base with you guys real quick on this piece right here, as this is very, very important to keep in mind. So, Twitter user Jason Schreier tweets out the following. Blizzard President J. Allen Brack sent out an email to staff last night addressing the allegations from this week's explosive lawsuit, calling them extremely troubling and saying that he'd be meeting with many of you to answer questions and discuss how we can move forward. Now, what we have here is an image accompanying this tweet. Now, there is a lot of text here, but to sum up the main takeaway from what is showcased here is that this individual is very disturbed and disgusted by these allegations, and there is an investigation taking place. However, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this real quick, and I challenge you to see how long it'll take before you start fuming like I am already. Activision Blizzard executive Fran Townsend, who was the Homeland Security advisor to George W. Bush from 2004 to 2007 and joined Activision in March, sent out a very different kind of email that has some Blizzard employees fuming. And what we have here is an image accompanying this tweet. Now, to save you guys the headache, this right here can be summed up to pure and utter denial. And this right here is pure and utterly disgusting. Now, you would think that if you were a good company that gave a rat's ass about the safety and wellness of their employees, you would think that they would take these sort of things very, very seriously. I know I would if I was in that position. Are you fucking kidding me? But good old Fran here decides to pull the denial card and act like that this didn't even happen. Are you absolutely kidding me? Well, Fran, from me to you, you can go to hell. Now, we actually ourselves an article from Dexerto that is titled, Ex-Blizzard Employee Exposes Unfair Treatment in Viral TikTok Amid Lawsuit Controversy. So, let's see what this is about here. A former Blizzard employee has posted a now viral TikTok talking about some of his experiences with the company, not long after it was revealed that the state of California was taking legal action against Activision Blizzard over unfair work practices. On July 21, it became public knowledge that Activision Blizzard are being sued by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing for their pervasive frat boy culture. The lawsuit mentions instances of misogyny, sexual harassment, and in one disturbing case, a woman who committed suicide following harassment from her colleagues. While the entire gaming industry looks on at Activision Blizzard and some of the truly depressing stories coming out of the company, one former employee is going viral with a TikTok speaking of things he witnessed and experienced. Shared to the various relevant subreddits of AB games, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and more, Pure Bull Fit, better known as Kevin Meyer, a former personnel manager at Blizzard, has exposed some of the harrowing things he saw at the company. In their response, they said this does not represent who Activision Blizzard is. Meyer explained, yes it does, and it has for a long time. Since my first day back in 2012, I was sexually harassed, and the women had it way worse. One of my employees was told by a technical director to her face in front of the witnesses during one of these cube crawls that he didn't like her because she wasn't giving him head. When an employee was sexually assaulted at a holiday party, we had to fight tooth and nail with HR to get them to take any action, through which they victimized her and blamed her. Now, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the TikTok video, and we're going to be playing it for you right now.
Look, I'm trying to be a positive person, so I don't like making posts like this. It's for my friends that I made while working at Blizzard Entertainment that I don't want to say anything at all. So if you know what's going on with Blizzard, you know they're being sued by California for a toxic environment that includes sexual harassment, among other things. And in their response, they said this does not represent who Blizzard is. Yes, it does. And it has for a long time. Since my first day back in 2012, I was sexually harassed, and women have it way worse. One of my employees was told by a technical director to her face in front of witnesses during one of these cube crawls that absolutely do exist, that he didn't like her because she wasn't giving him head. When an employee was sexually assaulted at a holiday party, we had to fight tooth and nail with HR to get them to take any action, through which they victimized her and blamed her. Now we've got an employee who's taken her own life, seemingly because of the treatment that she experienced at the hands of her leadership and her coworkers. Yeah, it's real. It's you. Be better.
He finalized by mentioning the late employee who took her own life, telling the company that it is real. It's you. Do better. Meyer follows a string of streamers, creators, and those closely involved with Blizzard calling out the company. One WoW dev admitted that no work is being done while the lawsuit takes headlines, while Asmongold has spoken out about the shameful news frequently. So it seems like the situation when it comes to Activision Blizzard is getting a whole lot worse for them, as there are a lot more damning things coming out as time goes on. Holy shit. And this TikTok right here, man, that right there just further adds to it. Like, you have a former employee on TikTok that says that he was sexually harassed as well. And don't even get me started on the whole thing with HR. Like, you shouldn't have to beg and hound HR just to pretend to give a shit about a case like sexual harassment or just straight up discrimination. Like, HR should be on the ball. They should be on the mark right then and right there. But the fact that they weren't, that right there should honestly tell you something, and it's a very disturbing tale at that. Like, it can pretty much be summed up to the fact that Activision Blizzard does not give a flying hell about their employees in any way, shape, and form. And this actually makes me concerned for the current employees at Activision Blizzard. I mean, who knows what's happening behind closed doors, like, today? You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what is taking place there? And it makes me wonder if these things are taking place there currently. Why aren't the current employees speaking out about this? Unless, of course, if they had to sign an NDA, aka a non-disclosure agreement here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any proof to back that piece up. This right here is just me spitballing here, but I wouldn't be too surprised if a company like Activision Blizzard pulled that type of sneaky shit. Now, let's actually take a look at another article on Dexerto that is titled Activision Blizzard Employees Decry Company's Abhorrent Responses to Lawsuit in Open Letter. Nearly 1,000 current and former Activision Blizzard employees have signed an open letter decrying the company's responses to the recent Californian civil lawsuit, which alleges discrimination in the workplace. On July 22nd, California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a civil lawsuit against gaming industry giant Activision Blizzard, describing a pervasive frat boy culture and rampant incidents of sexual discrimination. In the days since, employees at the company have revealed work stoppages, while official social media channels have gone mostly silent. Additionally, amidst further accounts of sexist culture in the company has shared internal statements responding to the allegations. Dissatisfied with those responses, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier have reported on an open letter petition penned by hundreds of both current and former employees of the company. Within said documents, staff outlined their values and denounced the company's responses. As Schreier notes, the brunt of the backlash from Activision Blizzard employees centers on dissatisfaction with the company's statements. statements, discussing responses from both company representatives and legal counsel. Staff described them as abhorrent and insulting. Additional details can be found in the full open letter, which is embedded below. So let's navigate our way to Twitter and read deeper into this. So we ourselves a tweet from Charlie Intel saying the following: current and former employees of Activision Blizzard have signed a letter to the company's executives calling out the statements issued over the California lawsuit. Here's the letter that over 1,000 current/former employees signed. Source at Jason Schreier/Bloomberg. And we ourselves an image attached to this tweet that reads the following: to the leaders of Activision Blizzard, we, the undersigned, agree that the statements from Activision Blizzard Incorporated and their legal counsel regarding the DFEH lawsuit, as well as the subsequent internal statements from Francis Townsend, are abhorrent and insulting to all that we believe our company should stand for. To put it clearly and unequivocally, our values as employees are not accurately reflected in the words and actions of our leadership. We believe these statements have damaged our ongoing quest for equality inside and outside of our industry, categorizing the claims that have been made as distorted and in many cases false, create a company atmosphere that disbelieves victims. It also casts doubt on our organization's ability to hold abusers accountable for their actions and foster a safe environment for victims to come forward in the future. These statements make it clear that our leadership is not putting our values first. Immediate corrections are needed from the highest level of our organization. Our company executives have claimed that actions will be taken to protect us, but in the face of legal action and the troubling official responses that followed, we no longer trust that our leaders will place employee safety above their own interests. To claim this as a truly meritless and irresponsible lawsuit while seeing so many current and former employees speak out about their own experiences regarding harassment and abuse is simply unacceptable. We call for official statements that recognize the seriousness of these allegations and demonstrate compassion for victims of harassment and assault. We call on Frances Townsend to stand by her word to step down as executive sponsor of the ABK Employee Women's Network as a result of the damaging nature of her statement. We call on the executive leadership team to work with us on new and meaningful efforts that ensure employees as well as our community have a safe place to speak out and come forward. We stand with all our friends, teammates, and colleagues as well as the members of our dedicated community who have experienced mistreatment or harassment of any kind. We will not be silenced, we will not stand aside, and we will not give up the company we love as a workplace we can all feel proud to be a part of again. We will be the change. As seen in the employees' open letter, there is a general sense of disappointment in their employers' reactions to the lawsuit. To put it clearly and unequivocally, our values as employees are not accurately reflected in the words and actions of our leadership. At present, the publicly traded company's channels remain muted and there has yet to be an official statement made available. We will keep tabs on the situation as it continues, but the vast majority of people seem glad that employees are speaking up and pushing Activision Blizzard to be accountable and responsive. Now, first off, I gotta say, holy shit at that number. Nearly 1,000 current and former employees of Activision have signed in on that letter. That is crazy, but it does not surprise me at the same time because something like this needs all the support in the world. Like, this right here is no freaking joke. And it also does not surprise me that the company themselves have yet to come out with an official statement in regards to these absolutely horrible allegations that are being alleged here in this lawsuit. Like, if you are a good company and you have good morals and principles, you would stand behind your employees through thick and thin and you would have a zero, keep in mind, zero tolerance against these type of things like discrimination, sexual harassment / assault, rape, etc., etc. But it seems like the opposite here for the most part when it comes to Blizzard's response, or we should say lack thereof response. Let's keep it real here. I'm honestly not sure if there's anything else that I can say here at this point. If there is more things to come out, then I will keep you guys in the loop, because this right here is very, very serious, and it should definitely not go unchallenged and unspoken about. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for your time as well. Have yourself a damn good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.